Oh, wow. Was my... I don't know why OBS does that. Thanks for noticing that, Em. Sometimes OBS restarts. Restarts, my mic is turned off. My mic input is turned off. I have no idea why it does that. So, apologize for that. I'll see if I can figure a way to correct that in the future here. Okay, so what we're doing here is propagating this ambush. We have them kind of spread out a little bit here, and we want to try and see if we can get some damage in here at the start. I'm not too worried about the young sand lion. The Beastmaster is, or the Beast Handler is a bit of a problem. You definitely want to focus him, but let's see what we can do here. Why does he have no main... okay, no, I'm not doing this. I have no idea what is glitching out, but it's not a great start to the stream here, so... okay. So, now that we're here, let's see if we can move out of line of sight here. We can. Okay, and I would prefer to let them come to me here during this encounter. Okay. Right. He's going to have a ways to go here. That's interesting. My other characters could see the Beast Handler from these tiles. Jebfa can't. And even when she's moved up to the front, he's in 3/4 cover. I wonder if that's because she's a halfling. I wonder if the game's actually that complex that it's able to recognize heights and where head sight lines are. That would be interesting if it is. Okay, so let's continue to focus damage on the Beast Handler. Yeah, and see? So Rudi is an elf and he's taller and he can see the beast handler from this tile with, he can see him first of all, but he has no cover restrictions here. I wonder if that's actually in the game. That would be really interesting if it is. Okay, so got 3/4 cover on everything right there. We should be all right. And then we'll move him back. Hey, Rudi, welcome. No, it's a horrifically disastrous start to the stream today. Glad you missed it. And again, I would like to let them come to me.
Marike, Avio, Viribe!
Okay, so let's see if we can get... Yeah, see, no matter where she is, the beast handler, he's in cover. And I think that's because she's actually short. There's one that we can get to. If that's the case, that's actually pretty impressive that they've implemented that in the game. See if we can get rid of the beast handler here. Exactly what I wanted to see. We're definitely going to focus the scout next. Okay, so where's the sand lion? Are we going to have any shots on him? Perfect.
Die!
He's gone. We'll use our bonus action to dash back closer. And we'll start getting ready for these 4 enemies here. So... I think I would prefer... Because the Violent Brute's going to come up here first. So let's get Divine Favor up.
Marike, Muto, Viribe!
Okay, and we will ready up an action here. We'll see if we can get Sharon. Actually, let's not. Let's get Sharon to recast Divine Shield and move back. Here comes the Brute. He's going to climb up. Might as well use it. Divine Smite. Okay, and now I would like to get rid of the Scout here. It's going to be a low chance to hit. Might not be able to.
Nayorka Evo Malnus.
See if I can get Rudi into a spot here. Again, if I move him up there, I think I'll just have to go after the Brute. I'd like to get rid of the Scout, but I won't be able. If I move up there too close, I'm going to have a low chance to hit because of his cover, and it would leave him exposed to 2 shots from the Scout. I'd prefer those go against my Paladin. Here comes the Enforcer. Did he have to dash? That's the question. Yes, he did. Okay, so here we go. This is a good shot. Only 50%. Wonder why. I'll take it. That's going to vex him, so now I have advantage on the next shot. Take the Divine Smite. Okay. So we'll refresh Divine Shield. Okay, and then again, we'll just continue dumping damage here.
Nayorka Evo Malnus.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Okay. Good, we're managing the range damage really well here. And they're only going to come up one at a time. I guess. It's taking him a while to figure out he can't climb up there or something. Wonder if we found a glitch. Yeah, it might be, and I think well, I'm almost positive I know why. I haven't seen this reported on the Discord, but I think I know why. So, what happened is he's trying to find a pathway up here. And either because of being blocked by this enemy here, or not having enough space at this spot or something like that, he's having a problem with pathing. So I don't think he's probably going to come back. So we may have to reload. Okay. And I think what I'll do here is I will probably move myself back from the ledge.
Next time.
So I'll try and get the Divine Smite here. He's now sapped. Okay. So now maybe he'll move forward and attack me, and that'll open up that spot. And we'll see if it was a pathing issue that caused the problem.
Nayoka, Evo, Malnis!
A lot more misses this turn than there were last turn.
Arcana, Evo, Malmis!
Okay, so now let's see what happens here. He's going after M. Okay, well,
Stay with
at least
us.
he missed one. Okay. That's gonna hurt. Yep, that's what it was. Was that pathing issue? So it's really nice to plug up that hole so that they can't get into your backfield, so to speak. But
Marite, Abio, Pure!
okay, so I can get here without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Nayoka, Evo, Malnis!
Shocking Grasp. And Shocking
Arcana,
Grasp.
Evo,
Still only 50% chance here.
Malmis!
Okay. See what the scout's gonna do. Okay, so he missed both attacks on Jebfa. And he went after me, that's good. Okay, so would like to get into a spot where I can get sneak attack on the highwayman here. Okay. Outstanding. So now let's make sure that the attacks go against him. And yeah, Mr. Bestone, that's always how EA is. I've been in QA QC testing in video games for 20 years, and back then early access was not a thing. Now that it is, I'm very happy to see it, but yeah, we all should accept that there are going to be stuff like this, and it's our job playing through early access to help improve the game by reporting all of these things that we find. Like I say, I haven't seen this, so I took a second, I added it to my list of stuff that I want to, or things that I'm going to report.
Nayorka, Evo, Malnis!
Yeah, I think that is true. I think that we're getting height or vision based upon the eye locations of the characters. Because yeah, when I was here, I was still getting cover, but my elf, when he stands on that same spot, doesn't have any cover restrictions up here. So yeah, I think they've actually implemented that, which is, like I say, it's actually pretty impressive.
Evo Malmis!
Jeez, a couple of ones. Didn't need that. Went after Sharon. Okay, well, he was hindered. So, yeah. You'll see there, I'm getting half cover. So,
They were definitely after us.
Their song has ended.
Let's see what we have here.
What's this? Sickless jewelry.
Of course. The Sickless woman. She wanted to sell it to me, but I said no.
How about this?
Looks like some sort of gemstone.
Might be worth a pretty penny.
It's a Sickless keystone. They're very common. It allows them to focus the flow of mana to power greater magic.
Interesting. And this looks like a map drawn in glass. Or is that amber?
Song of Wonder. It's an amberlith, an ancient form of Sickless map. No one knows how they made them.
Oh, look, a cross there, see? This is a treasure map.
Don't be daft. More likely something to do with their plans, or the location of their hideout.
What about this piece of paper? The writing's very odd.
It's a common cipher, simple to decrypt.
By Aaron's beard. If you can, please do.
Bring Calibur's map to the hideout. Kill the woman if needed.
Oh, blessed Maraike, not Jade.
We can't be sure of that. She could still be alive.
We should make sure Jebfa returns to her people safely.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want my song to end. But is my life worth more than Jade's?
Well, we could find the place marked on the map. Maybe we can locate your friend, and whoever is behind this.
Blessed listener, I will trust your decision.
okay. So there are a bunch of checks in there. They are all intelligence checks in one way or another. There's a history check, there's a nature check, and then a general party intelligence check afterwards. So if you do want to cast guidance for one of those, or on one of your intelligence characters before that fight ends, then it will still carry on through the cutscene. Now, cutscenes are happening in real time, so if you sit there and watch all the dialogue, your guidance may actually run out. So it's something to be aware of if you're interested in getting all the lore and that sort of stuff in the game. Nothing so far that we've encountered in any of that is critical, in that, you know, you don't have to, you're not going to be missing out on anything if you don't pass any of those checks. Okay, so I'm going to quick save here. Have I been able to use my bonus action hide as a rogue? I actually haven't tried it because of weapon mastery, but I'll make a point to try here when we get into the next spot, and I'll see if it works. Because yeah, with the bows giving me Vex, I don't need hide to give me advantage very often, so I don't tend to use it very much. But yeah, I will certainly test it out and see. Okay. So we already got that chest, and yeah, we've got the ones that are down here. Okay, so let's just look around real quick. I don't think there's anything up here. I know there used to be a gatherable back there, but... yeah, there's one over here. Okay, and we're going to get a letter. So again, whenever you pick something up, always read it, if you can. Because some of these things that you're going to find, like I say, will open up new locations on the map for you to explore. Okay, some camp supplies. Okay, and again, you'll be able to pause this and read these at any time if you would like. Okay, in the meantime, let's go ahead and head out here. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yep. Okay, back here on the map, and we've got a road here with kind of a fort-looking thing in it. Okay, so there's a fort here marking the border of the Beacon's territory, and we're going to enter the fort here.
Some kind of border post.
Shouldn't be a problem. We're agents of the Beacon, remember?
What makes you think I forgot?
Okay, so making our way in here. There's Harold. We're going to...
Marike, Debo!
This is religion, which I believe... is here. Okay, yeah, so +3 from religion. So we'll cast this on Rudi.
Marike Devo Viribe!
Well met, newcomers. Or maybe I should say, clear skies. Harold Strongarm at your service. You're from overseas.
How did you know?
Ha! You mean besides the way you talk and being equipped like adventurers? You searching for glory and riches in our beautiful land?
How is that your concern?
Oh, don't mind me, just looking for business. I'm a comber, you see.
No, not really. What are combers?
We comb the places adventurers have made safe, collecting and reselling loot left behind, sharing the proceeds with them. So, combers. Simple.
Oh, you're like the scavengers on Ferendra.
Now you've got me at a disadvantage. Anyways, you ever want a dirty job done for you, just visit this here humble tent.
We'll keep that in mind.
Interesting. You look like an adventurer yourself.
Ah, yes. In a former life. I'm retired.
Okay, and there was the religion check. Again, most of these passive behind-the-scenes checks that you're going to be making are just lore-based. You're not going to be missing out on anything.
Interesting. It looks like the owl watches over you.
Oh. What? This symbol? Yes. I don't hide my faith.
Sounds like you have a tale to tell.
One day, maybe, but we've just met. Combers do business before trading confidences.
Fair enough. Can you tell us more about these lands?
A lesson on Neakos. That's gonna take some time.
We're just getting our bearings.
Neakos is a vast continent, with a host of different folks and riven by conflict. But Caer Mar is a pretty safe place, if you abide by the law. We're still safe here, behind the Sentinel, but outside, it's dangerous, and there are rumors of a war in the south. But that's far from here.
Do the combers offer any services outside the beacon's territory?
You know, in case we want to use them.
Well, our network's a little limited right now. It's kind of why we're here today. But it will improve, I promise. So don't hesitate to come back.
We won't.
Okay, and now we get a faction reveal on the combers. These are the scavengers. Just like last time, you'll see how they operate as we leave areas, and you see the comber boards that will tell you what they're up to and the items that they found and all that sort of stuff. So very familiar with how they work from Solasta 1. But if you don't, if you haven't played the game, then we'll give you more information about it as we go through here and we see kind of how they work. So let's see what we've got in here. Don't think we can get up there yet. But let me go see. But I'm pretty sure you have to take the stairs up. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get up there.
Move
And
along now. This is a restricted
These
area.
areas are blocked off. We're going to be coming back here, and when we come back here next time, we will see a much different location here than what we're seeing right now. And yeah, this area here, we're not able to get up. Not able to get up here, so yeah, this place is going to drastically change here in a little bit.
Neiman business. Very well. Move along.
All right, my lovelies.
Not too bad. And you?
Could be better.
Name's Ellie Sharpreef. You?
We're the Colewalls. Nice to meet you, Ellie.
Wow, a family. Never would have guessed. You's all working for the Lady Anabasia?
Haven't worked that out. And you?
Same, I guess. Right now, I's got to get home. I lives in Torwen.
Never heard of it.
It's an old beacon watchtower. Got busted up by a quake. Now it's just a fishing village, built on the ruins. Lots of weird mana stuff and broken statues floating all over.
Sounds incredible.
Yous get used to it, I suppose. But yeah, guess so.
It's all in order. You can go.
Thanks. Gots to go. Guess you do too.
Sure. It was a pleasure, Ellie.
Likewise, matey.
Okay, now Ellie, we should remember from the demo of Solasta 2 and Torwen as well. Ellie was the character that we were there to meet. There was a different relationship. She was a good friend of ours in the demo. Here, she's more of a stranger that we just met. And Torwen was where the demo took place. So you can see that stuff that was shown in the demo might not be fully represented here right now, but it is definitely going to be part of the game at some point. Okay, and there isn't going to be anything else for us to see here. So we'll head out, we'll get back on the road, and take our long rest while we're out on the road. Okay, now we have some, this is where we're going, the Tamesh camp here. We have some different ways that you can go, and you can kind of see different directions. We've got a bridge here that we're going to get to. There's actually another bridge like down here, I think, or down here. We know we're going to need to be here. I'm going to take a long rest before I go in here. We got plenty of food. Okay, so let's go ahead and head in here. We'll drop a quick save, and we'll move into this tile. Now, to get into here, we don't know which direction to really go yet. There are rivers that you cannot cross. You can see there's a blue border here. That means that from here, you cannot pass into that tile. Okay, so you can see the blue borders, you can't cross it, but here there's no blue border there. That's because there's a bridge over the river. So it's actually really cool that they've implemented geography here to limit how you can move. But let's go ahead and move into this encounter. Now the encounters, how these work, is there are going to be events that are here. Now the events pop up due to, like I say, things that you read, or people you talk to, or side quests that you have going, and that sort of stuff. And the infinity symbol above it means that it's going to stay there forever. It's permanent until you deal with it. That doesn't necessarily mean until you reach it, like it says down there in the bottom right hand corner. There are different ways you can deal with some of these encounters, and if you bypass them, it might stay there. And then when you come back, you either have to bypass it again, or you can deal with it. So every one of these encounters is going to be a little different. But let's go ahead and move here into this tile. Okay, so we have you see a bridge to the south and a watchtower nearby. So we're going to add guidance up that. See if we can pass a 58% chance. Okay, so All it was is that the bridge is Manacalon and we got some XP out of it. Okay, and that's all that was. So some of them you're going to have opportunities to have actual encounters with people. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes it's just going to be a way to gain XP. So again, just like here, the river. And we have a bridge right here. That's the bridge that we just found. Okay, but we're going to head over toward the camp. And I can't remember... I think we have to go this way. Okay. So there are some prints here that we saw. And we see that they're probably made, these tracks are probably made by kobolds. Okay, so now we can observe them at this location. Okay, and it looks like they've been trying to, or they're trying to do an ambush, but it hasn't been very good. So by the looks of it, they might be easy to fight or kill if you wish to deal with them at all, that is. Okay, so you can steer away from them. You can attack them, or we can approach and clear our throat, and we failed. Okay. So, looks like they're now going to attack us no matter what. So we had an 83% chance on that roll, and we failed it. Okay. Not too worried about kobolds in general. I don't need any meta magic here. But you know I can. I mean, why not? See if I can get 3 here. I can't there. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Can I get these? No. Yep. 1 pixel off. Yep. So let's just see if we can get 2. We'll get the 2 in the back. Well, actually, which ones are which? So that's the first one. Of course, it would be those 2. Okay, so these 2 are right next to each other in the initiative order right here. Let's see if we can put them to sleep. Okay, so one of them failed. Okay, now can I hide? Okay, so hiding is also based upon which direction the enemies are facing. Okay, if they are facing toward you, then you're not going to be able to hide unless you have some other advantage on that, like he said about being behind another character, or something like that. So, cunning action... Oh, I don't have cunning action hide yet. All I have is dash and disengage. So yeah, see, I'm perceived by enemies here. So, and I don't know as if moving Because none of these see me. They're facing the other way. This one is facing this direction. This one's not. So I doubt I'm going to be able to here. Whoops. Yeah, not going to be able to. Still perceived. So let's go ahead and try and get a better shot on him. And of course not. I would prefer... I would actually prefer to get here. Okay. So that's one kill. Let's move up here. Yeah, I don't have my cunning actions yet. Because I'm... Well, yeah, I should have it on level 2.
You're still standing.
So, wait a minute. What? I was looking at something else and I wasn't looking at what happened here. Okay, so the first veteran made a ranged attack against Sharon. Okay. I rolled a constitution check against something. I'm trying to figure out why my turn got skipped. I wasn't paying attention to it. Yeah, I know they did it at that point, but why did my turn get skipped? Trying to see what about the explosive pearl makes me skip my turn. Because I didn't get to move, I didn't get to go, didn't get to do anything. So I'm wondering what happened there. I just wasn't paying enough attention.
Nayoka, Evo.
And I should have been.
Malnus!
You could do so much better. Arcana Entro!
I didn't click anything. That's what's kind of getting me. I wasn't even hitting or wasn't even touching the keyboard while I was explaining it, so I'm not entirely sure
Minure!
what happened there. So, but who knows? I'll play it back and see if I can see anything afterward. So we'll refresh, we'll get sleep now on these three and see if we can focus the others. So this is the one that was down. Yeah, I didn't see anything in the combat log that indicated what happened, other than there was that failed Constitution saving throw, but it doesn't tell me what that was for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so they're all magically asleep now, so let's go ahead and kind of position our characters here. And we'll start this off one at a time.
Nayoka, Evo, Malnis!
Okay, so he's going to have half cover because he's prone unless I get close enough.
Akada, Evo,
Oh, he still got it because I'm prone, because he's prone.
Malmis!
I did manage to get a hit. Rolled a 20. Or rolled 15, I guess. Okay, so we should have sneak attack here. Alright. And now we're just going to wait. They're both asleep, and now we'll start it off again.
Nayoka, Nayoka, Evo, Malnis!
Oh, got a straight out kill with a cantrip. I love it.
Akada, Evo, Malmis!
And a miss. So, again, should have advantage because he's asleep and get sneak attack out of it. And that'll be a kill. So, yeah, now you can kind of see, like I mentioned during character creation, early on, rogues are really impressive. That additional sneak attack damage is way too useful early on in the game. I think they get a little power lag later on, but still pretty good for a very long time. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else out here. Doesn't look like it. So we'll take our rest. And head out. And it's up here. Okay. So let's continue making our way over toward the camp. And we'll go ahead and take care of this one on the way. Okay, so we have a history check. Okay, so it's a petrified corpse, not necessarily a statue. And again, just some XP. Okay, so now here again we get confronted with forced march. We're not going to do that. We'll just take a long rest instead. And now we get our first temporary activity. So every once in a while when you're moving around the map, you're going to get temporary activities that are going to spawn, and it will tell you how long until it disappears. So what that means that if we want to do this one, we need to do it before we take a long rest. And that's going to be a little hard for us to do. We move here, it's going to take 5 movement points, and then to move here would be a forced march. Don't necessarily want to do that. So we're going to, whatever it is, we're going to end up skipping it for now. I'm going to drop a save before I head into the camp. Okay, and now from here again to the next tile, we've got a forced march, one way or another that we do it. So we're going to skip this one and just enter the Tamesh camp.
Tamesh camp. Phew, it's very windy here. Is that normal?
Okay, so here is our entrance to the camp, and you can kind of get a layout here. You can see that we have some NPCs that we'll talk to throughout all of this. So let's go ahead and explore the camp here. Make our way down here. Yeah, everybody wants to find a way. Now in early access, we're not going to be able to see. You know, we just a level cap of 4. We're not going to be able to see a whole lot of the rogue come into its own. It's really, really good right now, but as we start getting farther along through things, like I said, they probably suffer from a little bit of power lag in the mid levels. Especially in tabletop, but the game here, we'll see how they implement things and see if we can kind of work around that a little bit as they go. So I'm trying to think. I don't think we have anything here because Tangri this is just going to trigger as soon as I walk up, I think. Yep.
Jebfa, you're back.
Tangri, let me introduce my new friends, the Colwolves.
Ah, new friends. Sun on your faces.
Good to meet you, Tangri.
Tangri, Jade, she disappeared. I have no idea what happened to her.
By the light of Aron's smile, we will find her.
But we were attacked. I fear she was too. Wait, it's important. Our attackers, they were after these.
It appears you've discovered something of great value, then.
Oh, I really hope so.
Colwall friends, thank you for bringing this to the Tamesh. We are indebted to you. Feel free to stay as long as you want. Come and speak with me tomorrow. We must discuss this artifact.
I need to go see my brother. We can talk later.
Okay, and looking at our actions again, we now have somebody else that's popped up in the Kaum. So there's more people that we're going to meet, and we're going to actually, I think, end up meeting all of the Kaum members today. So, but let's go ahead and take a look at some other people here.
Hey, these are the friends I told you about, the Colwolves.
Hello.
Welcome to my humble shop. Any friend of Jebfa is a friend of mine. May your song echo on the wind.
Thank you.
Akfa mostly sells junk. Mostly, but not exclusively.
Jebfa?
I mean, it's not like you sell magical plate armor and stuff, right?
Oh, don't you be so sure. I may have some hidden around here somewhere.
Tamesh camp seems pretty isolated. Who do you sell to, apart from the people here?
We are Kaum. The tribe is larger than just Tamesh camp. People come and go all the time, like the wind. And you little brat, how would you like it if I told stories about you blowing the camp up?
My alchemy? Just because I get the mixtures a little wrong.
Big Bang Nestle, they call her.
Oh, Akfa. I haven't been called that in ages.
Something tells me you're related.
Yup. Akfa's my brother, for my sins.
I'm the older, sensible one. I have no choice.
Sounds exactly like a good old-fashioned Colwell family squabble.
Yes, right. Anyway, back to work. After all, you're adventurous. You might even buy something.
Okay, and we have our vendor here for the Ka'um. So we have sympathy with them, so we're going to get a 10% discount on anything that we're here. So let's look first and see what we have. So again, we're going to be limited because we're need certain faction reps for some of this. A scroll of hideous laughter, really nice. Potion of fire resistance. So we do have a breastplate, so let's go ahead and see what we can sell here. Okay, and again, crafting is not implemented in early access, so you can sell off all your crafting components. Okay. I don't think we need to sell anything there and here. I think we already have a longbow up there, but I'll take a look at it here in a second. So let me go look at a couple of things before I look at any purchases. Okay, so he does have just a short bow there. So let's take the longbow and move it here. And we'll equip that. And get that ready to sell. And then the light crossbow. The straight upgrade for him on that. Okay, and right now he's got scale mail at 14. Okay, so let's talk again. We will sell off those 2 short bows. Okay, and let's see what we have here. So, because right now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, this is. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, whether or not it's bugged or not, is an interesting choice because there's a breastplate +1 that I wanted to get at some point later on, so now I'm deciding whether or not I want to wait for that or not. The only difference between these two is that the breastplate doesn't give you disadvantage on stealth checks. I don't know as if that's necessarily a big deal for me, the stealth checks with him, so I don't think I'm going to go through. I don't think I'm going to do it anyway. So I will pick up another potion of healing, though. Okay. And then we have a crate we can open here. Okay, and another book. So again, whenever you find something, pick it up. Never know if it's going to open up something on the mini-map or anything like that. I'm hoping this doesn't trigger. Okay. So now here, I don't think we have anything at this encounter. No, maybe it is. I'm going to cast guidance.
Maraike, Devo, Viribe.
Hello?
I bid thee most welcome, weary travelers. Your song brings harmony to our camp.
Thank you. We're the Colwalls.
Yes, Clan Colwall. We already knew of your coming.
How so?
The wind is everywhere. It carries your song faster than you could know. Please allow me the honor of introductions. I am Mek Tamesh, our clan's lawmaster, guide, and poet. And this wonderful woman is my sister, Kel Tamesh, an eminent scout, unrivaled huntress.
And the damned tent cook, if you had your way.
Please forgive Kel's manners. She can be somewhat blunt.
Family. We know how it can be.
Oh, quick, silence everyone. The golden child speaks.
See what I mean?
Ha! I see you are a merry band, Clan Colwall. How may I be of service?
Well, I'm not sure if you can help us. We're on a mission for a deity.
Oh, blessed Maraike.
How do you know that?
Blessed listener, because you are marked. None bear this mark of Maraike without cause. It is very rare, but our sagas, songs, and histories tell of it. Children can start showing this mark at a young age, some in the twilight of their years. It is Maraike's choice.
You mean this mark?
Yes, but this is the first time I have seen it myself. I know for certain that you have been called, and it is a great honor.
Why? What happens to people who are called?
They must heed the call and do that which Maraike expects of them. A great task that can be taken by no other. All the possible futures of Solasta depend upon it. Some spend their entire existence searching for the answer.
Oh.
And yeah, Mr. Bestone, we talked about that last week. It was the mistake that I made on my Paladin. During character creation, I should have dumped intelligence to be able to get the 15 strength when I did it. To be honest, this is the first game where I've seen that rule enforced, but I knew it was there. I have, being from tabletop, I obviously knew it was there, should have anticipated it, but didn't. And yeah, I found out during my personal playthrough that I couldn't wear it anyway.
What can you tell us about the Sickless Witch?
That is something outside of my knowledge. Kel may have more to tell.
You do?
Yes. I have seen her corruption, tasted it. One of Shadwin's generals was there, a defiler.
A woman?
No. Before his undeath, I think he must have been an elf. But he walked in what seemed to be a purple desolation. Like if it was night.
Was this during the day?
Yes. Shadwin's foulness is like death incarnate, sucking life out of everything, giving her unholy power in exchange. That was when I first understood who and what Kavuli really are. They give up their life force to become one with her. Awful. The Sickless used to be a magnificent people. The true children of Neokos.
This is all very interesting. Especially that Shadwin's generals can walk in daylight.
Okay, so there was the religion check. I'm pretty sure guidance had worn off by then.
So, what do your people do, exactly?
We are Ka'um. We travel all of Neokos, protecting our holy sites, building liths, to let the Wungud heal the land.
What do you mean?
Some of us are blessed, and know how to ask the wind for its kindness. The Wungud is the music it produces. You should speak to our friend Azen. He knows best how to answer this question. As Ka'um, we seek neither unfettered wealth nor ever-expanding territory. The greatest gifts are beauty, life, laughter, and song. I, personally, love to learn all that I can about Neokos, its ancient secrets and sagas.
And go on and on and on about them.
But you still listen.
Well, thanks for the chat. We need to go.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Colwells. I look forward to hearing about all of your adventures.
Yeah, Mr. Bastone, the intent was always that I'd be in plate mail. The dex bump was simply for initiative rolls. I very rarely keep a 10 dex on any character in tabletop. When I play, my problem was just I didn't dump intelligence to get that extra point in strength to be able to wear the plate mail. Yeah, I was never intending to be able to use it, but use a full dex bonus on this. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I wish I would have thought about, wish I'd have remembered. But say la vie, not gonna go back and restart over something like that.
Peculiar. You hear it? A whistling melody.
Always looking for stuff to say, even about these damn stones.
No, it's true. Must be the wind blowing through narrow cavities.
You too? I give up.
Okay, so let's go keep exploring a little bit here around the camp. Okay, and now we're going to have another set of checks here. Okay, so
Marike, Debo, Viribe.
we're gonna go over here and we're gonna talk to Athena. We'll drop a save.
Hi there.
Fascinating. Strangers with a curious song in our camp.
Sorry, we were invited to stay by Tangri.
My apologies. I had no wish to be impolite. I bow to Tangri's wisdom. I am Satina's Swiftstride. They call me Shield of the Ka'um.
We're the Colwells. We'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. Shield of the Ka'um. Is that some sort of official title or a rank?
No. It is a name the Ka'um chose for me, but I try my best to live up to it.
By protecting them?
Well, where I can, yes. My heart and song tell me there can be no greater purpose than serving Aaron, my people and the land of Neokos.
Okay, so I missed the first insight check.
So you're a worshipper of Aaron?
Like all Ka'um. I travel the plains and deserts of Neokos. It is impossible not to feel the All-Father's presence. Aaron's song comes to me on the winds of Neokos. Who am I to deny his call?
So that means you're a paladin. What do you fight?
All that is in disharmony with the land. Recently, a new threat. A note of discord has begun to rise.
You must be speaking of Shadwin.
Yes. A foulness born from old feuds. Our friends the Sickless have been deceived.
They're not the only ones. Our sister Diorcus has joined her.
I once had a sister. I feel for your loss.
Thank you.
You said your sister was called Diorcus?
Yes.
Strange. That is a name with strong roots among the Ka'um. But you say you are not Ka'um.
Not that we know of. Why do you ask?
Maybe it is a common name in your part of the world. But among the Ka'um, it has always been an honor to bear it. It means, she who shows the way.
And there was the second insight check that I failed as well.
You said you had a sister. What happened?
Forgive me for burdening you.
No, please.
Life in the wilds is dangerous. My sister Tessin was taken by sand lions.
Oh no, we're so sorry.
To my shame, I failed to protect her.
What can you tell us about your tribe?
The Tamesh. Well, our first elder was called Arroy Tamesh. So we kept the name because of his children, who still live among us.
Are you all related then?
In a way, but not always by blood or marriage. Ka'um tribes are bound in spirit and common purpose. There is no strict rule. We all agree to travel together, to all work together, to all live together, to all sing together. That's what makes us a tribe. Elder Tangri, may his song be blessed, is our leader because we all respect him. He has no family of his own blood, but we are all his family.
Very well. See you later, Sathina.
May Arun's song keep you safe.
Okay, now we need to spend the night here among the clan before we head out. There's a couple other things that we can do, and yeah, Mr. Besto, my paladins always have the same build. Obviously, I can't do it in early access with a level cap of 4, but I know what the ultimate plan is. Through early access, I'm going to be showing just pure builds and going through the different classes as we work. But yeah, in the full version of the game, I have a slow developing paladin build that I work every time, game permitting. Same thing with my bards, always the same type of build that I go with. It's something that I've been playing in tabletop for years, so kind of adapt them to the games as best I can. So let's...
Maraike, Devo, Viribe.
Huh. A shrine to Aaron.
I wonder how all these religions from Caer Mar found their way to Neokos.
The gods are everywhere.
Okay, so basically some more dialogue there for the religion check. And then up here, I believe...
Maraike, Devo, Viribe.
What?
Shh. Listen, my friends. Listen, Neokos' spirit surrounds us. Listen to its song.
What do you mean?
Can't you hear it?
Oh wow, yes. It's coming from the rocks.
Oh, blessed listener.
I thought it was my stomach growling.
It is the Wongod, the dream song of our people. The wind flows through and around these liths, bringing life and health to the land.
Okay, so I did pass the perception check there.
Did you build these liths?
Yes. Their creation is an ancient art, mastered by the clans of the Ka'um over centuries. We leave them behind as we travel, and build more each year as we pass through these lands.
What are they made of?
A little of ourselves, but in the main, elements drawn from all that you see around us.
Life and health to the land?
We shape these liths, so when they are eroded by the wind and weather, the wind spreads their healing across the land, thanks to the power of the dream song.
It restores all that this harmony has taken away.
And it also plays music.
Each clan composes their own dream song by building and arranging these liths. It is also a marker of our own passage for the other clans that travel nearby.
We're the Coal Walls. And you?
Nice to meet you, friends. I am Zen Merub, lith builder of Clan Tamesh, a weaver of the dream song.
Thanks for your time.
Well, my friends, I may be here for a while. Drop in and see me sometime. I might have something you'd be interested in. We might even trade information or goods. Good luck and fair weather.
Okay, so for now we're going to continue on with the wind people here, and we're going to spend the night among the clans. We have a rest area that's opened up over here. We do have a couple more things that we can harvest here. Okay, and I believe that's everything. Yes, looks like it. Okay, so now for our level up. So here again, like I just mentioned, we're just going to be showcasing pure classes here. So leveling up from 2 to 3 for Cleric gets me access to more spell slots, and we get our subclass. Now, the subclasses here are, again, like most games that we've seen, they've licensed the SRD, the system reference documents for 2024 5e. So that's not including, they are kind of venturing off a little bit into some of the other expansion documents, but it's really based around a lot of the SRD right now. So we're going to look at some of the homebrew subclasses that we have in the game, as well as the ones that are out of the SRD itself. But let's go into advanced leveling here, and we can see again, hit points went up, we gained some spell slots, but let's look at our subclass here. And we have access to 3. The life domain, the battle domain, and the oblivion domain. So the life domain is going to get us access to life domain spells as we level up. So right now it's going to get us access to Aid, Bless, Cure Wounds, and Lesser Restoration. These are always prepared, so you don't have to spend a preparation slot on keeping them available. You can focus on other spells to have prepared. Now, the preparation, the auto preparation and always prepared preparation in this game right now is bugged. So you can actually unprepare these in certain instances, which you shouldn't be able to do. And then it can get a little bit confusing as to which ones are quote unquote always prepared and which ones you have to spend a preparation slot to prepare. So just kind of keep that in mind, that early access, some of the always prepared stuff may be a little bit strange. Disciple of Life is when you cast a spell with a spell slot, so not something that's a cantrip, that restores hit points. It regains 2 plus the expended spell slot level additional hit points. So if I cast Healing Word, that's going to cast or take a spell slot. They're going to gain 2 plus 1, the expended slot level for Healing Word, unless I upcast it. to be 3 additional hit points on that turn. So, but that works with anything else. It works with cure wounds. It works for anything like that. And then preserve life. Using your channel divinity, you can restore 5 times your cleric's hit points divided among your targets. This is kind of like a ranged version of the Paladin lay on hands, in that you have a health pool of 5 times my cleric level, which right now is 3. So I have 15 hit points in a pool. I can use channel divinity, and I can divide that up amongst however many people I want to target with it. So again, for keeping people alive, a very good set of spells here. The Oblivion Domain, I'm going to gain Inflict Wounds, Sleep, Calm Emotions, and Ray of Enfeeblement. Sleep is great in early access. Sleep tends to suffer from power lag as it goes on in games, and especially in tabletop. But early on, it's a really, really good spell. Ray of Enfeeblement is a spell that doesn't ever really suffer from power lag. So getting it now is, could be also really useful. The other spells, great spells as we go on. Blight, Cloud Kill and Contagion, Banishment especially. Great spells for later on as a cleric to have when you wouldn't normally get access to them. Gatekeeper, you can heal a dying ally that you can see within 30 feet of you for 1 hit point at the start of their turn. Can be used a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier per short rest. Okay, so it's like a ranged version of like a 1 point healing word, something like that, so that if somebody that is dying, instead of stabilizing them and coming back and getting them later, you can use this feature to bring them up without exhausting a spell slot. So passive, allies within 30 feet of you have advantage on death saving throws while I am conscious. And I always have advantage on my own death saving throws. Just means that they're less likely to actually die in a game, because they're much more likely to be able to pass the death saving throws when they become incapacitated. And then Herald of Pain. So for Channel Divinity, I deal 2d8 plus my cleric level, 3 necrotic damage on each hostile creature within 30 feet of you. It's important, hostile creatures, so it's an AoE attack that does not affect your allies. It only affects hostile creatures. A target also has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks for up to 1 minute. So half damage and no disadvantage on a wisdom save. So they have a wisdom save to be able to negate some of the effects here. And then if they fail it, at the end of each of its turns, the creature can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect for itself on a success. Okay, so it is a way to possibly grant AoE disadvantage as well as AoE burst damage on enemy targets. And then the Battle Cleric. This is, again, something very familiar with. The following spells are always prepared. Magic Missile, Shield, which is great. Acid Arrow, Shatter, which again is great. And then further on down the list, Fireball, Haste, Hold Monster. That is what defines the Battle Cleric in a game. So it's, can't see it now, but Battle Cleric later on really starts to shine. And as being the fact that you're going to be frontline melee a lot, you're going to gain 3 times your cleric level and temporary hit points once per long rest. So as soon as you wake up, you're going to have 9 additional temporary hit points to be able to use. Armed and Ready. This is something that is a tabletop thing. In early access, it means nothing because of the unlimited free actions to be able to change your weapon loadout. That is not something in 2024 5e. I will tell you that right now. The rules for free action inventory and or weapon changing in 2024 5e are, they're easy to understand but complicated in actual application. But you're not allowed in, according to the rules, to just constantly swap back and forth between weapons and shields and that sort of stuff. It's just not allowed. So armed and ready allows you to bypass that by not having, or being able to do a somatic component, meaning use your hands to cast a spell if you have weapons or a shield in your hands. You normally can't do that. So what I normally do is change to my bow and then cast a spell and then change back afterward. Armed and ready is the way that you would avoid that if this game was following the 2024 5e rules. I understand why they're doing it right now. What I don't understand is why include armed and ready. The material component is not normally a big deal. We're not doing material component checks in this game yet in early access. It may turn into something where you have to resurrect somebody and you need to have a diamond or something like that to do it. But I don't understand why armed and ready is here when we have unlimited weapon swaps. It just seems like either it's something they're preparing for in the game, where they will remove unlimited weapon swaps and then armed and ready would be a thing. I don't know though. But for right now, it doesn't really do any good. And then decisive strike. So when you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can use your channel divinity to deal 2d6 plus your cleric level of force damage. Now, force damage is always one of the least resisted damage types in tabletop, as well as any games. So on a failed Constitution save, the target also becomes incapacitated until the beginning of your next turn. Decisive strike for a battle cleric is the bread and butter of what makes a battle domain cleric a battle domain cleric. This is very similar to like your monk stunning strike type of thing, where it really is, this is what makes your cleric your cleric. This is the subclass that we're going to use here. Going forward in the game, I really enjoy battle domain clerics. This one's going to be a little bit anticlimactic, I guess, because we're not going to be able to see some of the higher level stuff that they get into, but it's still going to be very, very good. So now our Paladin. So again, straight up on Paladin, I would not be doing this if I was doing my build. But since we don't even have the classes available for what my build would need to be, I'm not going to deal with it yet. So straight up for Paladin, and we're going to get our Paladin class. So going to gain an additional spell slot, access to Channel Divinity and Divine Sense. So I can use a Channel Divinity to reveal any celestial fiends or undeads within 60 feet of me. Situationally, good. And now here. Now, this is a bit of a disappointment to me, being so familiar with Paladins. I would have preferred some, either at least a third subclass here, or maybe different subclass selections, but Oath of Judgment, you're going to get access to judgment spells. Guiding Bolt and Inflict Wounds are what it's going to give me right now. Again, always prepared, don't have to worry about them. And then Weight of Justice. So immediately after you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can expend one use of your Channel Divinity to make them roll a Charisma saving throw. They take force damage, again the least resisted damage type, additional to your Paladin level. So they're going to take +3 force damage, and they become restrained for up to 1 minute. That's going to give them disadvantage on their attack rolls. And the creature can make a Charisma saving throw at the end of each of their turns to end the effect. Weight of Judgment is one of those situationally it can save you type of channel divinities, but overall it's meh. Purge Corruption, as a bonus action, you can use your channel divinity on one creature within 30 feet of you to remove any of those deleterious effects. Purge Corruption is actually really good. Tabletop is extraordinarily useful, especially because you get access to be able to remove paralyzation and stunned so early in a character development. So early access doesn't have a whole lot of that going on, so it's going to be of limited use here, but it could be very, very useful later on. And the Oath of Liberation. So this is going to give me Expeditious Retreat and again Sleep, which is extraordinarily useful at early levels. Blinding Castigation. Use your channel divinity to blind an enemy within 60 feet that you can see for 1 minute. They can make a charisma saving throw to end the effect. So anything that doesn't have eyes or is immune to it can't be blinded, obviously. But again, another meh type of channel divinity. Giving them disadvantage on attack rolls, again, is great. Not saying it's bad. Just compared to some of the other subclasses, which I think they could have put in, the channel divinities are fairly average. And then Slip Away. So Slip Away is what they've kind of given as the special ability here for their Oath of Liberation cleric or paladin. So use your channel divinity to make all friendly creatures other than you within 30 feet invisible until the end of your next turn. The invisibility ends early if a creature attacks or casts a spell. This is your get out of jail free card type of spell. If you're seriously hurt, your party has been extraordinarily beat up, you can cast Slip Away. Everybody else will be able to run away, get somewhere farther away from combat, possibly heal up, and then re-enter combat, with the caveat that you're going to be the only target out there for them to start attacking. So things can get a little interesting, but if you're doing your frontline high AC avoiding damage build paladin, it can be very, very useful. Both of these are very meh subclasses. They just are. I'm going to take Judgment here just for lack of better use. Liberation is probably better because I get access to Sleep. But there's just not a whole lot here to work with for a Paladin subclass. So a little disappointing in my mind for that. So for our Sorcerer, okay, so for our subclass here, Mana Painter and Star Child are two very interesting selections for them to use here. I know out of these two which one I'm going to go with, but Mana Painter, for the spells here, you get Color Spray, Bane, Acid Arrow, and Calm Emotion. Calm Emotions is always really good in tabletop because Frighten is such a big deal in tabletop. It doesn't seem to be that big a deal here in early access, but being able to have access to Calm Emotion is always good. The rest of the spells here are fairly average. Mana Shield, whenever you cast a spell first level or higher, you gain temporary hit points equal to 3 times the level of the spell slot used. So I'm going to gain either a +3 or a +6 temporary hit points whenever I cast a spell. Definitely not bad. Can be very useful. Just something that there are probably other better things in subclasses other than that. And then Mana Drain. So on a melee hit, that's critical there. On a melee hit, Deals 2d8 plus your sorcerer level force damage to your target, and you also regain sorcery points equal to half of your sorcery level. Now, there's something that I haven't tested here. Mana Drain does pair with Distance Spell, Meta Magic in Tabletop, meaning you can have a melee attack that now with Distance Spell, you can spend sorcery points to do it, and you can attack them at range instead. I don't know if that works here in the game or not. I'd be interested to test it out, but I'm not going to here. Once you successfully hit a target, you must finish a long rest before you can use this main action again. And then Starchild. Starchild is the way I'm going to go here simply because of the damage boost. So Starchild spells, I'm going to get Bless, Magic Missile, Aid, and Scorching Ray. So Bless, Scorching Ray, and Aid, I hadn't selected. Magic Missile I had, so I'm getting a double up here on that where I should have selected something else. I think I selected Magic Missile. I might not have. I'll look here in a second. But the reason I'm getting it is for shooting stars. So whenever you cast a spell with meta magic and succeed on the attack roll, or a target fails the initial saving throw, they are also hit by a number of small shooting stars equal to the amount of sorcery points used, each dealing 1d4 plus 1 force damage. Okay. If there are multiple valid targets, the shooting stars all hit one random target. So if you're going to be using Quicken Spell or something like that, and that's going to be using meta magic points, that target is going to get hit by additional shooting stars doing 1d4 plus 1 force damage each. So if I'm using Scorching Ray, for instance, that is level 3, so I'm going to have 3 shooting stars that are going to come out and hit a single target. They all hit one random target. If I spread those rays around, it's going to pick one random target. Or I'm sorry, level 2. It's going to pick one random target for all of those to go to. Okay, you don't get to select who it goes to. It's going to randomly pick who it goes to. So Starchild is what I'm going to pick. And now, for my spells here, Scorching Ray I'd already learned that's a level 2 spell, not level 3. So you're going to get 2 shooting stars with it when you use it. So it selected Ray of Sickness and Life Drain. 2 pretty good spells. I'm not going to argue with them. Not something that I necessarily want to select here. Shatter is always good. There's just no doubt about it. Shatter is just a great AoE spell. What I don't know about Shatter is if constructs and stone golems, things that are stone or metal, if they take double damage from it or not. We're not going to get to test that here in early access either, but I'd be anxious to see how thunder damage is actually implemented in the game here compared to tabletop. Hold Person is always really good. It's a wisdom save, so that's interesting for a sorcerer build here. That's why I bumped up wisdom a little bit, but I'm gonna kind of play it by ear on this as we go. Ray of Enfeeblement, like I said, is really good. They subtract 1d8 from all their damage rolls, so that could lead to 0 damage on a particular hit. And they have disadvantage on strength-based tests, which, especially when you're using shoving attacks or you're using push attacks, it gives them less chance to be able to resist it. And then blindness is, again, one of those type of meh things that you're going around. Now, magic weapon is great depending upon your build. I've seen some really, really interesting melee builds for sorcerer classes. I'm not going to be able to see it here in early access, obviously. But for me, the no-brainer here is shield. Being able to use your reaction for something is really beneficial, and shield is just the go-to and all be all to have for a spellcaster as a reaction. And then last, we're going to look at our rogue. Okay. So, rogue here, going to gain access to steady aim. So, as a bonus action, I can give myself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn. I can use this feature only if I haven't moved, and after I use it, my speed is 0 until the end of the current turn. Okay, so you get locked in place, but you get advantage. Why is that important? On advantage, if I land an attack, I get sneak attack damage. So steady aim is another way for me to guarantee sneak attack damage if I can make the hit. I'm sacrificing movement to be able to do it. Now for the subclass. And these subclasses, I'm going to write a very sternly worded letter to Tactical Adventures. They probably picked 2 of the worst subclasses for a rogue to start off in early access. I'm extraordinarily disappointed, even more so than I was on the Paladin side with this. I know what I'm going to pick because there's only one of these 2, which I want to try and showcase. But we'll start with Shadowcaster. I mean, come on. Shadowcaster becomes something that can be possibly very, very useful once you get into that 12 to 15 level range. As Shadowcaster starts adding more things farther on as the level goes up, it can be incredibly useful. It's just not a thing here that I'm remotely interested in showcasing here in early access. This is not something that I would ever do in a game this early on, and I would only actually play this after I've gone through and maybe as a respec or something, and seeing how well I could use it before I spent the amount of time necessary to get up to the levels where it becomes really useful. So that leaves us with Scavenger. Now, Scavenger is not bad for early access, but it is horrific for anything else. Once per turn, the first time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you deal an additional 1d6 slashing damage to that target. So that's nice. Additional damage the first time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you deal 1d6 slashing damage. Definitely useful. Definitely not a bad thing. Definitely something to help increase the damage boost that a rogue can do in early access and make them even more overpowered. When you're in that that 3, 4, 5 level, this holds its own. Later on, it is nothing. And then Haggler. You and your party can buy items for 10% less and sell items for 10% more in shops. Okay, great. This is just nothing for what a rogue really is. Like I say, these 2, and the Discord has been full of this. What are you trying to do with a rogue? You're not showcasing what a rogue is. And yeah, it's just very, very disappointing to see. Okay, so now we need to talk to Tangri here, and continue on, and Tangri's here.
Hello there, strangers.
Well met, Mom.
No need for all that fiddle-faddle.
So what should we call you?
Old D's good enough.
As in...
Diorcus? Yes, that's me. Heard you was looking for another Diorcus.
We are. Our sister.
That'd be Diorcus Colwall. Strange clan name. Know her well. She had the voice, the ear, and the art of a Ca'un. Even if she wasn't.
Really?
Now don't you get too excited. Not got the foggiest where she is right now, but yes. I know her.
So how did you meet?
Must be a few seasons back. She was wandering like a leaf lost on the wind. waiting, hoping for the goddess to breathe on her. So happens, she reckoned I was the first person she'd met with the same name as her. Thought it must be some kind of sign. It's a strange old world. Stayed with my tribe as we travelled south. My oh my, but the song was strong with her. Then all of a sudden, she up and left. Finally heard Marike's calling.
You said our sister heard Marike.
That's what she told me. I could hear it in her voice. She's no liar. She was chosen. I know it. She had the mark.
So you're not from this tribe?
Oh, no, no, no. Just visiting young Tangri. Might not be Tamesh, but I'm still Kaum. We gather once a year at Aronsum. Tangri used to make my heart sing, if you know what I mean. Still friends.
So what's your full name?
Me. Diorcus. Diorcus Massan, of Clan Massan. Daughter of Clarassa, and you're all Clan Colwall, I know.
Thank you for your help. It was lovely to meet you.
Don't forget, listen to the wind. You'll find her. Or she'll find you one way or t'other.
Marike bless you, old D.
And may her song be with you.
Okay, so we've got some quest updates here. So the Wind People, we're going to go talk to her in a second, but we also need to bring the bracelet to Quito. And we know who Quito is. We met him in Caer Mar. And we haven't seen the apprentice adventurer yet. But we're going to keep an eye out. Now, there is something else. That I want to look out for here. Okay, so I don't think it's... Let's go... Sathina's there. Can we interact with Ezra? Okay, we can't. So... Talk to Tangri.
Greetings, Colwall friends.
Tangri, we've had a few meetings with others of the tribe. I think we're beginning to understand what it is to be Ka'um.
This gladdens my heart. For your song to join in harmony would be a great boon. The need of our cause is greater than you can imagine.
What cause is that?
It is not widely known. But the Ka'um have a sacred mission to protect Neokos. While mortals wage war, thrive or perish, the land's song must always remain. The Aether Nexus that so many crave to control are a crude manipulation of the natural flow of mana on Neokos.
You mean the Nexus are a bad thing?
Yes and no. What is done is done. And while it is possible for a Nexus to be used for good, too many who lack harmony, whose song is corrupt, seek them for power, for war. Our dream song, as Ka'um, is to keep the Nexus and the mana that they channel safe, especially from those that would abuse them.
You said you wanted to talk about the Sickless artifact we found.
Indeed. As you know, I asked Jebfa to search for it. In the common tongue, it is called an amberlith, an ancient Sickless map. We constantly seek out these amberliths. They represent forgotten parts of the Sickless Empire from before the cataclysm.
Why do you need them?
Our goal is to find the hearth of Kucheza. This last map allowed me to pinpoint the final location. We've been searching for it for a long time. Explored countless ruins, all to no avail. This fills our hearts with hope.
What does this Hearth of Cocheza have to do with your mission?
We believe it contains a vital secret. One that would help us reduce the damage from the Aether Nexus.
What kind of secret?
I'm not at liberty to say more. Not yet.
Why not? Aren't you the tribe's leader?
The Ka'um are always free. But we respect and follow the guidance of Gurud.
Who's that?
Gurud has many names, many forms. They are older than the world.
I doubt that.
You may believe what you wish, but I cannot tell you more.
How can we earn your trust?
It is not my trust that you must earn, but the tribe's. I am thinking about sending Sethina to explore the Hearth of Cocheza.
You want us to go with her?
I want nothing from you. I merely make a suggestion. If you can earn Sethina's trust, you will have a treasure greater than you might at first believe.
You make it sound like a difficult feat.
That depends on you.
Can we think about it?
Why, of course. It is your choice alone.
We think it's important for you to know. We're here on Neokos to fulfill a holy quest. It was laid upon our family by the goddess Marike herself.
Ah. If that is your dream song, then you must follow it to the end.
That might be so, but we still haven't worked out what we're supposed to be doing yet.
Ah, yes, yes. The songs of the gods are difficult to follow. Keep your hearts, eyes, and ears open. The song on the wind will guide you.
Thank you for your time, Tangri, but we have to go now.
May the winds carry you safely, Colwall friends.
Okay, and now we need to go talk to Sethina. Sethina is now moved, but there's a book here.
She went to Caer Mar.
We're not waiting for her, are we?
Let's go see Rickard. Tell him what we discovered. Sure, maybe we'll run into Sethina.
Would you be looking for Sethina?
Yes, we are.
I thought so. She had to leave on an errand to Caer Mar.
Oh, damn it. For how long?
I'm not sure. Maybe a week? Maybe more?
Are you a friend of hers?
Yes, yes. I suppose you could say I am. My name's Olan of Clan Masan. I'm a priest of Arun. Sethina can be very focused. The Shield of the Ka'um takes her title seriously. I visit here regularly with my sister. She's around here somewhere.
Well, Olan, thanks for your help.
May Arun's light guide you, travelers.
Okay, and now we need to return to see Rickard, and that's going to update the Wind people to go to Caer Mar to see if we can find Sethina. So everything is leading us back to Caer Mar. We're going to quickly find out that there's a problem with that. I just want to look real quick. I don't think we can interact.
Hello?
I bid thee welcome, travelers. How may I be of service?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the chat. We need to go.
May the one good favor you, friends.
And we can't interact with with Ezen again. Let's talk to Jebfa, because there's an option to enlist her.
Hey, Jebfa. You're not going back to Caer Mar, are you?
And now she becomes a member of our party. Okay. It's important, you're going to need that additional help, so don't forget that. Okay, so now we have a choice on what to do here. The main quest wants us to head back to Caer Mar, and that's going to take us through the Sentinel again. I would prefer not to do that right this second, if I can. I'm going to go take a look at some other things that are out here right now. Okay, so we have an interesting location out here. Okay, and taking a look around the area, not a whole lot going on here. Okay, it's a relatively small area, but we're going to split off.
Look, a camp down there.
I see corpses.
Let's check it out.
I'm going to drop a save.
Looks like they were trying to dig through here.
What, through the mountain?
Do you think they were digging for gold?
I think they had something else in mind.
Let's look around.
Okay, so failed my perception check there.
Hey, look over there. We should climb that hill, get a better view of our surroundings.
And what they mean is getting up here. To do that, we have to crawl here.
What are those weird crystals?
No idea. But yeah, there seems to be a way through them.
Okay, and then you can enter this cave. Okay, so we have a fairly large interior area here. Okay, and you see that we have some basilisks down here. Now, this fight is difficult, to say the least. And that's because of a special mechanic at play here. We're going to try it. I made that save out there because I'm not entirely sure we're going to be able to do it. But we'll test it and see if we can make this work.
This is exciting. Do you think we might find some lost treasure?
Just watch your step.
Okay, so we have sulfur crystals that we can harvest over here. Okay, and let's kind of take note of how this kind of area works. So, from down here, climbing up here, across this, around all of this, jumping across to get up here, and then this thing going down. This, at the end of this fight, you can knock it down to be able to climb back up easily. But for now, it's kind of a long, winding road to get back up here. So keep that in mind while you're working with this, and when you do your pre-positioning. Okay. Now this drop right here is a one-way drop down. Once you go down here, you're not going to be able to get back up. There's no way to climb back up this. Okay? So once you drop down here, you are committed to what is happening down here. Now, how does this fight work? So we have lesser basilisks, and we have two regular basilisks, and they're two regular and two lesser. Now, these things here are basilisk nests. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Every turn, they are going to eject another basilisk to replace one that dies. So there will always be lesser basilisks up here, as long as those things are active. Now, it's not as easy as just walking up to them and interacting with them to destroy them, because as soon as you do, a lesser basilisk is going to pop out right next to you. Okay? Now, lesser basilisks have the ability to paralyze you, or to incapacitate you. So, this fight can very quickly wear you down unless you can get your people or somebody moved around to destroy these nests. Okay? And I'm gonna kind of take a different approach to this and see if it's gonna work or not. Last time what I did is I left my I moved my melee characters down here to this spot, kept my spellcasters up here, and took my rogue by himself and took him out here to interact with these. It's risky because if your rogue goes down, there's nobody that can support him. but he has by far the most movement speed. So being able to maneuver around. The other problem that comes along with it is that once you activate it, that Basilisk is going to pop up right next to you, and you have to disengage to get away from him, or you're going to take an attack of opportunity. And that attack can again paralyze you. So it gets a little interesting in how you do this. But I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to take my entire party down here toward this Basilisk so that I can hopefully knock out these two right off the bat. I'm going to leave my rogue actually back here, because once we draw this Basilisk away, I want to be able to move my rogue over here and try and use my rogue to get these two while my main party gets these two. Now again, it's going to open my spellcasters up to more damage, but I'm hoping maybe I can get them like stuck over here or something like that. So yeah, either way, we're gonna commit to this and see how well this is gonna work. Because yeah, this fight can get really, really interesting.
Wow. Is this a pavon nesting area? Well, there's a new stench here, and it's not the sulfur. There's something else. Keep your guard up, everyone.
Okay, so I'm going to... I'm going to separate this out, I guess. Take my rogue over here. Keep him hiding. And I thought there was a way to grab a group of characters together, but it's not working how I thought it worked in my personal playthrough. Okay, now my two noisiest here. Okay, and I'm gonna start this off here by ambushing. So let's go ahead and drop a save. Nope. And we'll see if this is gonna work or not. Old move, Cotton. Let's see how well it works out for him. Okay, so we're going to not have Rudi do that. Let's see where we can get to. Because what I would like to do is put some of them to sleep as well. So he succeeded on his wisdom save. I'm gonna hold Shatter. And I don't think I can reach, that's out of range. I think what I'm going to do is hold this action. I'm going to have Sharon go up here and destroy this, but not before he moves here. We're going to get this Basilisk pop out. Okay, so there's the Basilisk that popped out. And that uses your action, by the way, to do it. And now we'll have me go after this Basilisk here. Actually worked out really, really well. Okay, now all of them should be dashing towards that group. So I failed a saving throw. So I'm going to try and pass that. Okay. Okay. I was hoping that this one would have been one of the ones to go first. Because I'm not going to be able to move him up there. I want this Basilisk to dash past me before I go. So we're not going to do anything on his turn. Why did you move there? I think something's broken with the hide mechanic. Because he's coming after me, and that's not going to work at all. So let's see. No, actually not. Okay, good. He's incapacitated. Just out of range. Cover on all of those. Just out of range. Okay, so he failed. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. This one, this one's next. Great. Let's move over here. Sharon's going to take an attack here. Okay, she's restrained. Okay, so that incapacitation was great, but it didn't really work how it should have. This basilisk is coming in because I had a way to be able to move, but now I don't because this one should have been incapacitated way back here, but he didn't do it until he finished his movement. I need to get a hit here. I have to get a hit. Okay, no response. And now I need to move over here.
Marike Muto Viribe.
Okay. I need to get in position here for this. There's the gaze. And he missed with the poisonous bite. So now me, I need to dash. I'm gonna move here. Can I move? Yeah, let's bring this out. This basilisk is gonna pop out. Okay, this is gonna trigger an attack opportunity. Where is he in the initiative order? He's before me. Great. Well, there's no point in taking an attack of opportunity here. I'm just going to have to see what happens on my next turn. Okay, let's see. Outstanding. Okay, so he's incapacitated. Let's quicken this. No, actually, let's not. We'll save that for the next turn. Good, we got some decent hits there. Yeah, it failed the perception check, but it's not. It's still going to come after me. Yeah, just like I say, I think the mechanic is a little bit broken because even if you're hidden, they still tend to come after you, just like he did here. So I needed to incapacitate him. So now Sharon is, she's restrained. So my chances of succeeding anything here are not great. So I'm going to cast a spell instead. Give my pal one additional hit point. Great. Thank you. So roll an 18. That's not great. This Basilisk is from this one right here. I actually don't want to kill him. Because if I kill him, another one's going to pop out, and then as soon as I destroy this, another one's going to pop out. I'd be giving myself an additional one that I don't have to have. Oops. They hit hard.
Thanks. I feel better.
Okay, so... Passed his saving throw, and now I'm restrained. So, not going well. Not going well. So, yeah, M is dead. So, I'm gonna have to make the play of all plays here. Okay, they're both incapacitated. Okay. So... Jebfa really needs to get attacks here, but this is all going to be in cover. Okay, so let's go here. Okay. Sharon can't get there because this Basilisk is in the way. Jeez. This whole thing has gone from bad to worse. Okay, I don't think I have a choice here.
Maraike, Abio, Pure! Maraike, Abio, Pure!
But him completely up. Please miss. Okay. Okay, well at least he missed. So not a great chance to do anything here.
Maraike,
Got a better chance with inflict wounds here.
Malmis!
Please miss. Okay, so she's saved. Okay, good. Oh, and he moved out of the way. Okay. And I failed, so I'm restrained again. Use my bonus action. Jeez. It's going to get out of hand. And I'm restrained.
Maraike, Abio, Viribe!
Okay, so let's get up here. Knock this one out. Okay, I thought it glitched there. So now this one's woken up too. I'm still restrained.
I take no prisoners.
Okay, now I'm not restrained. So I think I'm gonna take the 13 hit points. I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to try a move. I think I have to try it and just take the attack of opportunity and see what happens. One hit point left. he still has movement after this. I'm gonna have to hope he fails it. Okay, so miss. So let's see what happens here. So I failed. What about the attack? And he missed. Okay. Can I still reach that thing? Because if I can reach it, and I can destroy it, okay, we're gonna actually quicken this so I can get stars out.
Better luck next time.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Okay. Right. So we still got some temporary hit points there. I think I want to get rid of this one. He's there in the initiative order. This is the next one to go.
Maraike Evo Valmis!
You absolutely have to have the kill. Magic missile's the way to go, right? Two hit points left. Move down one. Give me that one extra block of movement. And I failed, of course I did. At least he missed. Okay, so Emma's gonna go down here, but there's no more reinforcements. And now why can't I... Oh, yeah, because my action was done. So M's gonna go down here. Oh, I missed. Okay. So let's start moving everybody out this way.
Something's hidden.
Can I reach them?
Arcana Evo!
Out here, I can't. And I don't want to wake him up yet.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
70% chance and it missed. So that's a kill. Okay. We're going to dash here. Okay, so I saved. And he missed. I live another round. And I'm still restrained. Oh, I doubt I can hit anything from here? Nope. So nothing that I'm going to do here. Okay, so let's give myself advantage. Oh, that was massive. A one-shot kill for somebody next in the initiative order. Okay, now I don't think I can reach him there because of the terrain. Yeah. So I'm gonna dash. Oops. And the reason I'm not just double clicking is because I don't trust the pathing around these caltrops. Okay, that would, he'd have half cover there, half cover there, half cover there, so he'd have half cover everywhere. Question is, can I see him from there?
Marike Abio Pure!
8 is big.
Marike Abio!
Oh, I'm just out of range. Divine Shield. So, am I still... Yeah. Distance is touch. Okay, so... And a miss. And he missed again. Emma's gotten extraordinarily lucky, and I just cannot get out of this. Let's again get advantage so I can get sneak attack. Okay. There's no cover there.
Arcana Evo Malvis!
Outstanding. Gonna move over here and wait. Sharon is fine wherever she moves, it doesn't really matter. So duration's 5 more rounds, or 5 rounds total. That's not 5 more rounds. He's got 52 hit points. I'd prefer not to go into this fight without my Paladin. There he goes. All right. So... let's go ahead and maneuver in. We'll get everybody ready. Okay, let's start this off. So, got advantage on this first attack, so we're going to go with Scorching Ray to land as much as we can. We don't need to distance spell it.
Arcana Evo Malmis!
Okay, so good. Got some big damage there. Jebfa. Let's move here so that we have a clean line of sight. And we'll use Chromatic Orb. It's got disadvantage on that. Oh, because he's prone. Yep. Actually got a hit. So let's get... Don't think the 2 damage dealers are going to be here and here. So...
Maraike Abio Viribe! Maraike Abio Pure!
Okay. So, with advantage, 75% chance. Okay, so we saved against being restrained. And now, here we go. Let's see if we can get a kill here. I've got advantage, so I don't need steady aim, so I've got 2 attacks, main hand and offhand.
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
Basilisks seem to be nesting in small rock tunnels.
I'm such an idiot.
Ugh, it stinks even more in there. That must be where they, you know...
Come on.
Okay. So, some tense moments, some clutch avoidances by M there. But, yeah. So, and, yeah, what Mr. Bastone was saying earlier about another tactic is to split your party up and try and sneak them in so that you're standing right next to all of them. That's certainly a way to go about it. You've got 4 party members, you got 5 party members, sneaking them around. Remember that as soon as you destroy it, you're going to get a Basilisk pop out. So you're going to have 2 full Basilisks and 6 lesser Basilisks to deal with. Now at that point, and your party is going to be spread out across the map. So I'm not saying one is better than the other, but that is certainly a way to avoid reinforcements. I kind of prefer to keep my party closer together so they can mutually support each other as much as they can, with the exception of M. It's just in this one I wasn't able to use his movement speed. He got blocked in over there and then got restrained and was kind of stuck and just had to avoid a bunch of stuff and just got really, really lucky. So I'm glad it worked out how it did. But yeah, either way you do it, no plan ever survives first contact with the enemy. So, an old military saying from those days of my life, and yeah, it is very, very true. So we're going to head down here with M. We're going to drop a save and we're going to disarm these caltrops, because your party members will walk right over them. Okay, so we're going to go walking around a little bit, because honestly I can't remember where more of them might be. So we're going to go walking around a little bit. See if there are any more out here. We have some stuff we can interact with, and we'll do that in a minute. Thanks, Em. I mean, realistically, though, that was all about Em not getting hit. That was the only reason that thing went that far. Like I say, Em is a big damage dealer, and having him out of the fight really hurts. At the same time, him making those, or them missing him on those rolls was extraordinarily beneficial. So we got a buried chest here. You need a perception check for this. I passed it when I was moving everybody past it here. So did that earlier. Doesn't look like we have anything else. So now we can head up here, and now I need to check. Okay, yeah. So I need history. It's going to be here, right? +3? Yes. So let's cast guidance
Maraike,
on Rudi.
Devo, Viribe.
Look at it all. It's so shiny.
There are items here that might be of greater value to historians and Pavon than meets the eye.
Not as valuable as it would be to me.
Okay.
Strange. The quality of the items here doesn't match with this place at all.
We can decide what to do with it later. Right now, we've got higher priorities. Let's get back.
Okay, and now just in case I don't want that running out, so I'm going to cast guidance again before I interact with the nest.
This nest is huge.
I still find it weird for intelligent beings to sleep in that.
Well, maybe they feel the same about our beds.
Okay. So, what did I pick up? Okay, so I've got some items here, so we're going to take a short rest. And let's identify some items. So we got a circular blasting, always good to have another scorching ray. And a beautiful rapier, which is a rapier +1. Okay, so the circlet of blasting, I'm going to move here. So we have another cast of it. The rapier +1, so rapiers are 1d8. They are finesse weapons, so they can use dexterity if your dexterity is higher than your strength. For me, I'm using a longsword right now, which is also 1d8. The mastery is sap on this, which gives them disadvantage on their next attack roll when I hit them. The weapon mastery for this is Vex, which gives me advantage on my attack roll after I've hit them. So what I'm going to do is apply that. Now my weapon mastery is wrong. So I'm going to have to adjust my weapon masteries at my next long rest. Okay. And then you can move here and knock this down. And we will make our way up here. And we have a little vista that we can look around. Doesn't do anything else other than that. So let's make our way back to the entrance. And we will exit, and that will be it for today. The live stream is coming to an end, but let's head back out here. And we will see if there's any quick housekeeping stuff that we can do, because we do need to check some stuff down here.
Looks like you've been doing that all your life.
Okay, so yeah, we've already taken care of it. Alright, so let's drop a save there. And we'll be good. So that's a great point to end the live stream today. I wasn't entirely sure without having, because normally I delay that encounter until I get my 6th party member, which we're going to be talking about here probably next week. But I wanted to see if I could do it just with the 5 that I have here, and got lucky, not going to lie, with M there, but that's what D&D is all about with the dice rolls. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So I'm sure I'll pay for it later on with a whole bunch of nat ones when I don't need them. But that being said, thank you all for being here today. The commentary, I really enjoy my community. I really enjoy interacting with all of you through the chat and the comments. So thank you all very much for all of that. I really do hope that everybody got something out of today, and that you enjoyed watching the live stream of a new game which I'm extraordinarily interested in. Me being a huge tabletop nerd, I hope that comes through in spades, and you realize that. But thank you all again for the support, because as I always say at the end of every live stream, without your support, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.